you guys like horror shows?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the Peripheral Season 1, Episode 3. Alright, well, it seems like we got a big villain reveal this episode. We know who's coming after Flynn and her brother and whatnot, and it's some kind of bee lady, apparently.
No, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah! Oh, my eye!
She can control bees, she can control the floor, she can see people through little triangles in her eyes and control the Westworld robots. This girl's fucking nuts, but also like pretty dope and like very scary. I would not want to be left alone in a room with her. She would terrify me. But overall, this was a pretty fun episode. For a bit, I was kind of afraid I wasn't gonna have stuff to talk about for a video, just because like I said in my other one, I haven't read the book. I'm just going episode by episode for this, so like this is all really new to me, but I really liked it. We got like in the opening, it was a flashback to Peter Abernathy, Corell Pickett in this, but I'm gonna call him Peter Abernathy because I know him from Westworld. Okay, so just bear with me with that stuff. We got a little flashback with him and his nephew, and he took out like a biker gang, so that now he's in control of the town. That was pretty cool. Locked him in a car, like a bulletproof car, and he's like, yeah, you guys will just kind of rot in the sun apparently. And then nephew, you just, got those crosses out. And we'll hang them up on the crosses later. I gotta go get some hammers, I gotta hang these guys up. That was fucking crazy. I felt like if this was like HBO, that would have been a little too graphic, and we would have saw, like, that would have been like a 25-minute intro of them just hanging those dudes up and them, like, getting really hot in the car and sweaty, and, maybe they start biting each other or something. I don't know. Some weird shit would happen, I feel like. We also got a flashback with Wilf, also apparently known as Wolfgang. What kind of people adopt two kids? One of them's name is Wolfgang, and they want to change it to Wilfred? I mean, Wilfred's dope. It's a cool show, but I don't know if I would change someone's name from Wolfgang. Wolfgang's fucking dope. I kind of hope he goes back to Wolfgang at some point instead of Wilf. But I like that. You got to see his sister, or adopted sister. I wasn't really sure on that. It seems like just his real sister. You get to see him and his sister get adopted by this couple. They just want his sister, and then they take him because they can change his name to Wilfred, apparently. But something happened to her. We even get to see a little, like a robot, her talk to him in episode 1. But, he's been looking for her. And the mom grossly has like a robot of her, kind of a la Ford in Westworld. That was a little weird, and also like his mom just seems like a complete bitch. Like fuck her, So now on Flynn and Burton, and a little bit in the opening, and I think it happened later on too, a couple times. Like her hand keeps clenching shut, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't know. It's just I can't control it, and it just does that." It has me really worried that at some point she's gonna be immobile in the real world. And that's the only way she's going to be able to, like, perform things now is through a peripheral or something. Or it's like the more she's in that, it's going to destroy her. Something. And I'm kind of terrified that's going to happen to her.
You going to share what's going on there?
I keep losing control of it.
But Burton seems to kind of be noticing that she's kind of getting fucked up from it. She got real fucked up later on at the end of the episode when she's fighting that guy and he's using that vibration gun on her. Jesus Christ. But it has me really nervous the more she gets in there, and she's having some real world problems with it. It's kind of scary. Like midpoint through the episode, they kind of hear some word that Peter Abernathy is going to be hunting them down, possibly. He might be also in on the contract to kill them. Burton and Flynn get in a little argument about that, but he ends up taking it into his own hands, and he offers them $200,000 a week to not kill them. That's really interesting. I don't know where this stuff's gonna go with them, but I like it because he's like their villain, like in this little town, and then you got the bees lady who's gonna come attack them in the future, and also in their modern time now. But yeah, I'm really curious where it's going to go with him. I like him a lot, so it's fun just watching him be an asshole on screen. It's also really weird because his nephew, I think it is from the Deuce, and so is Wolfgang or Wilf. So it's kind of fun seeing both of them on screen together. It's like I got to see them in the Deuce together, and now I don't even know if they had a scene together in the Deuce. But I really like that show, so it's fun seeing both of them in this. Also, we almost saw Peter Abernathy's wiener. He was trying to recreate the Nirvana album, and we almost saw his cock and balls. Jesus Christ.
Excuse me. Your balls are showing. Bumblebee tuna?
So apparently Billy Ann is married to Jasper, who is, the nephew of Peter Abernathy. But that's kind of interesting. So now he's going to be kind of spying on Flynn and Burton and giving Peter Abernathy the info on them. which will probably also be led from him to future B Triangle Eye Lady, you know? But so he's going to be spying on them so that way Peter Abernathy can kind of get an idea of where they're getting this money from, what are they getting into. He's probably ultimately going to stick his nose in and end up getting killed or something. I don't see him sticking around for very long. So very oddly at the end, they mention they're trying to figure out like where to go to find this little villain lady. And I don't remember how they got to it, but they ended up talking about Snow, and they talk about Jon Snow and where he died. And I was like, what the fuck? Are we getting a Jon Snow joke? And I may sound very stupid here. Maybe there's a very, very famous historian Jon Snow that I'm just completely unaware of, but I was fucking thinking of Game of Thrones the whole time, you know? That was really weird, but it was fun. They end up going to where Jon Snow died. They find all these little white figurines that we saw, I think, in the first episode, or maybe like the intro. I can't remember, but we've seen it before. They're like, what is this? And poof, the wall explodes. That fucking vibration guy's attacking her. I don't know if it's the same guy, but same gun. You know, whatever. He is there, and she gets fucked up. Even in the real world, looks like she's getting like a black eye and shit. That was really cool. That she ends up. It was kind of like that fight scene with her in episode 1, where she's playing as her brother still, and she replaced her eye and all that stuff. She's even seeing like flashbacks to that because she's seen the dead doctors there. It's the same place. But this time, they end up winning, and you know, Wolfgang helps her out. I'm calling him Wolfgang. I'm sticking to Wolfgang. He helps her out. And she ends up looking into the eye, not the real eye, but the eye of the bee lady. I'm going to call her the bee lady because I don't know. I just keep thinking of the bees. That's all I could think of every time I saw her. So she's just going to be the bee lady for me until I actually learn her name. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. I'm really fucking digging this show. It's a lot of fun. And I really hope this show does well. I really haven't heard a lot about it online other than just from my video, like seeing comments. So I really hope people are digging it. But unfortunately, it seems like not a lot of people are watching it, but I could be wrong. But so now we've reached the end of the video. I believe this is it, unless I have forgotten something, which that is possible, because like I said, I'm just going episode by episode on this, you know? I know, like I said last week, a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's Westworld 2. It's so fucking different. It does have its similarities, because like Westworld's the only show like this that you can compare it to, but I mean, it without a doubt, episode to episode, it is just getting farther from Westworld, which I really enjoy. It's got its similarities, but the show's pretty dope. Well, that being said, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe. I want to mention that you can now watch and listen to these on Spotify or anywhere else you get podcasts, so if you don't want to, just watch it on YouTube, you can check that out as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for the Peripheral episode 4. Peace out, Girl Scouts.